Okay, good morning. Maybe we'll finish this section today. We're towards the end of Os Tes, and he says like this: V'chol eila hen yanim, regarding all these matters, everything we've been talking about. Lo dai ma shekona adam ba'atzmo ma'alo shleimus. It is not only that the individual receives and attains a certain sense of perfection. Ela shemetzius habriya kula bechlalo v'frata mis'alam mishtalem u'v'frata idea Torah. He says actually the entirety of creation. Right? It's interesting. The Ramchal, when he began, he really focused on us as individuals. When we do mitzvos, our neshama changes. When we do averos, our neshama changes. And the focus is really about ourselves and our proximity to Hashem. But then he points out that's not the entire story. It's not just we who change, but actually the entirety of creation changes. In other words, we as individuals are interconnected with the entirety of creation, and therefore when we transform, when we do a mitzvah, when we learn Torah, and he says specifically Torah, it's not only us as individuals who are being elevated, but the entirety of creation is being elevated as well. Okay, fine. Then he continues. He says, "V'ulam sivas kol matzvei adam." If you want to understand the science behind the reason behind all of these states, cheshchaso v'hiraso, whether we talk about the darkness or the light, hinehi ha'aras panav yisbarach shmo elav, o yis'alemo mimenu u'chmoch shezacharnu la'el. Okay, so he says everything really revolves around receiving light from Hashem or not receiving light from Hashem. That is when we think about like the medium, the what it is that when we talk about a person becoming more elevated, a person becoming more refined, a person becoming more spiritual, what that is more light from Hashem. When a person is becoming more dark, a person is becoming more materialistic, what that is a lack of light from Hashem. Okay, Kinei, behold, Kol Masha Adam Baruch Hu Me'er Panav, whenever God, so to speak, shines His face, Misrabe Hazoch VaShleimus B'mi Shegiya Lo Ha'araso, then the perfection and the brilliance come about through that light. Uchver shir ha'ara, according to the measurement of light, kachu shir hashlemus v'azoch nimshach mimena ve'evich ze'elam. According to the light, according to the amount that we, so to speak, are connected to God, that we have, so to speak, God's face to us, that is our perfection, and the opposite is true as well. V'amnam, however, Hadam Baruch Hu Me'er Tamid L'mish Yizkar V'elav. God is constantly shining His light, ve'minias tov mitzido klal, and the prevention of the goodness is not from God's perspective at all. It's only those who don't come close to Him are missing His light. And therefore the prevention, the lack, is from the side of the recipient, not from God's side. So what he means by that is as follows. If you want to use, Rav Dessler gives an analogy of God being like the sun. And so the Baal Tanya also refers to God as the sun. And think about the sun. Is the sun, I don't know, the forecast yesterday, I think it was a little shady for a little while, right? So let's say, or it's raining, right? Is the sun less brilliant? Is the sun less strong? No, the sun is the same. The sun is the constant. The question is, are there things getting in the way of the sun? And that's the way we need to think about Hashem. It's not like Hashem is like at some point saying, hey, I'm going to give you more, I'm going to give you less. It's that when we do, Hashem is always giving to us. Hashem is always shining those lights forward. Hashem is always ready to give to humankind, to let us grow, to let us come close to Him. It's that when we do Averos, we're putting up a cloud. We do a lot of Averos, we're putting up a thunderstorm. When we go ahead and do all these things, we are placing blockages in between us and Hashem. That's what's preventing us from getting Hashem's light. But Hashem's light is a constant, and that's the point that he's trying to make, right? That basically that Hashem is sending out spirituality, Hashem is sending out perfection, Hashem is sending out brilliance at all times, and it is only us who are, through our actions, the only thing that could get in the way of that is us. Hashem never pulls back. Hashem is always giving. It's we, through our actions, sometimes put up blockages and prevent ourselves from getting Hashem's goodness. Okay, we'll pick up Hashem on Sunday. Okay.